gonna do, we've been drilling some basic submissions as part of our extended warm-up this week. So we're gonna do a triangle setup from like a fake scissor sweep. So this would be a position you can get to from closed guard. We did closed guard top lock armbar on Tuesday, and we did a push triangle where we push the arm inside on Thursday. Today, so just so you can see how this comes, I got a collar grip, cross collar, towards his shoulder here. Break him down, right? He's not gonna want that to happen. I have a sleeve, right? I can shift. The knee comes up, feet on the hips, all right? So what happens is if he adjusts his base here, all right, because I'm pulling it into his chest, I can sweep and come up, all right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna set this up like we're doing that technique. But instead of me putting my knee against his sternum, I'm actually gonna drop it over his bicep, which is not gonna work, but it's gonna trick his brain into thinking I'm sweeping it. Okay, that's my opportunity to set the triangle. So, here, all right, I shift. I try to go, so it could be here, maybe I'm in here, he starts to defend, right? I kick out, I go over the top. So I'm right over his bicep with this grip. I'm gonna sell the sweep, right? Doesn't work. Foot back to the hip. I'm gonna elevate with this left foot. Pick my hips up. Get to the triangle. Grab the shin. Turn my knees so that my knees are pointing the same direction. Sorry. Okay.
You're gonna go to sleep there.
So you're likely not gonna sweep anybody with any kind of experience at all with that because his arm's in the way. You don't really have the proper mechanics or leverage for it, okay? But what it will do if you really attempt it is make him think that that's coming. His brain's just gonna think for a second sweep. And that's my quick opportunity to get that one arm in, one arm out situation for a triangle. Here, so I'm in a spot, right? So he might grab my pants, right? So I kick out over the top, sweep, right? I'm right into it. Okay. So right off of, I'm gonna jump the shoulder. It comes on so fast, he only has a second to think about it. And by that time, the triangle's already set. All right? So, do it slow. Okay. Here. Come up. I'm in my, almost like a knee shield collar sleeve position. He grabs that pant, right? I'm gonna go over the bicep. So I'm right across. So sweep doesn't work. Foot back to his hip. I'm gonna elevate and drop my back of my knee over his neck. Okay, I'm still holding. Here, lock, right hand free to the shin. Always hold the shin. Okay, see how I'm over my calf just a little bit? That's not acceptable. Foot back to the hip, make my angle. Now my knee is over my ankle, see? And when I turn, his head's gonna come off. Okay, so you don't have much time. So I always want to set that angle. Don't be square looking at him. Somebody like Dave, some of these taller folks can get away with that, but it's not going to be as tight. A smaller folk, you got to make an angle. You need that 90 degree angle to set it. Okay? Anybody need to see it again? Any questions? This is actually very simple, and you'd be surprised it's pretty effective. But you have to be able to sell that scissor sweep. So if he knows I can't scissor sweep him, meaning I just don't have it in the tool bag, he's rolled with me before, I'm probably not going to get that because he's not going to pay it any respect. If that makes any sense. Good?
When you pull in the sleeve, you're pulling it up so that way my arm gets stuck.
Which one?
You know, the sleeve that you have.
I'm going to play it like I'm playing collar sleeve.
Collar sleeve.
So I have a knee shield here, right? This is how I would do.
So same.
Knee is in the sternum, pulling the grip towards me, pulling the sleeve.
Yeah.
Okay? So in collar sleeve, I'm always trying to keep his elbow away from his hip. All right? Anytime I can do that, I can throw different submissions on it with relative ease. Okay? So I'm setting him up There's a bunch of different ways we can attack from that spot. But what I want to do is set him up for that sweep, right? And I can take the triangle when he defends. Does that make sense? So when we're drilling, I'm just gonna be here, he puts a hand on the pants, kick over the top. So I'm gonna go right over this bicep, right? Sell the sweep, right? He moved, back, real tight. Foot always pointed, pulled back, never this stuff. This is weak, okay? Stand up. That can't happen, okay? Stand up, okay? Okay? So always hamstring engaged, so you can't just stand up. Especially if you're doing it against a bigger opponent, okay? If you lock it over your foot and not your ankle, you're gonna leave way more space in the triangle. So if my toes are pointed, see the space between my legs for the triangle? See how much smaller it gets when I lock it over my ankle and pinch my knees? Their neck's in there. So hence why it's so quick. All right? Everybody good? All right, get your partners. 1, 2, 3. So, I've been working on just taking the back, and we're doing it from half guard.
Half guard.
All right, so I'm in here. So kind of like Illo was doing when we were doing the arm drag, right? We're gonna do a 2-on-1 drag instead. So I'm in half guard, okay? Hand on bicep, trap, and I have my elbow on the inside of my shield, okay? This allows me to make room. This is how I sit up, right? Get that underhook, okay? What's your first instinct with that right arm?
This right arm is to come in and
You
weave
do
it.
that, well, you know what I'm gonna do with that, right?
Yeah, I
And a
read
knee,
that.
right? So I'm
Right.
gonna last this. You're probably not gonna do that, right? Not on me, right?
Well, not on you. I
Okay.
don't do anything
So
on
he
you.
might grab my pants here, right? Right? So I'm gonna grab here, right? So I'm arching my back. I'm making space. So you can't get to my head, right?
Right.
Here I'm defending my head. If I let go and I stay here, he's gonna club my head. I don't want that. All right? Here, all right? Control the sleeve and the tricep. All right? All right, so just go.
Yep.
All right, so I'm making pressure into him, he puts pressure back. I'm gonna clear the leg and drag him, okay? Chases back, open my knee so I can come up. Take my left leg, kind of step in between his, okay? So now I'm here, right? Most basic technique is I'm gonna drag him to the mat, okay? Could be a bigger guy, could really have his elbow faced out. Right, try to drag him, he's not letting me do it. He posts his hand, not letting me do it. Kind of guarding the neck, right? It's difficult, right? So, I have this kind of ride control position here. I'm cuffing his hip. I'm gonna go under, here, over his head and gable grip, okay? Now basically it's kind of like a half Nelson. I'm gonna take my shoulders to the mat to peel him, okay? So I'm just gonna drop. Here, cup his shoulder, throw my second hook, reach around, deep into his collar, okay? Already on his neck. Oh, good. Okay? Let's go. Probably this way, right?
Yeah.
So, half guard. Just a light hook. I don't want my leg all the way through. It's gonna mess me up. Shield. Hand on his trap. Elbow on the inside. Right hand tracking his bicep so he doesn't get to my head. Okay? So as he's pressing, right? Control. Arch my back here. Get this tricep. Right? Now, try to get to my head. Alright, I got room. So there's pressure. Right? I'm pressing. What do you do? He presses.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick the leg through past the arm. Here. Chase his hip. Open that knee. It's unlocking from his leg if you can see that over there. Okay? Step kind of in the middle. Controlling his hip. I don't really want to reach all the way around his body because he could roll me. Cup his hip. Could be at the back of the collar. Right? He's not letting me drag him down to the mat for whatever reason. Under. Almost like I'm going to cup his shoulder from reverse. Over his head and gable grip. And then I'm going to peel. Here. Okay? So turn. This way. Okay? So you can see what my feet are doing. Here. with that grip, cup the shoulder, reach around, get the collar as deep as I can get. My hooks, I've scored. I can go for a rear cross collar, right there, if I can get it. If not, I've definitely scored and control his hand too. Okay, I'm just trying to get to that spot. No choke, just trying to get to the back for right now. Okay, but I am gonna grab that collar. Okay, because the way I'm opening him up, it's kind of leaving his head up for a second. Okay, so it's gonna be an opportunity for me to slide that arm deep. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, it does. But it was different than the Saturday seminar where I cupped the chin. Right?
Correct. That was more of a guillotine setup.
Okay.
You need to see it real quick?
Yeah.
You want to see it from that angle?
Yeah, we'll
You
stop
mind
there.
it? Because
Okay.
it's hard.
Mills, can I borrow you? The side angle better for you?
Yeah, this way, so I can see your gable grip and your pull.
Shield, half guard, right? Right, he grabs at the pants for any kind of control, whether it's here or wherever, right? He's probably gonna try to stand up if he can't break down what I'm doing with my frames, right? So he might get a pants grip or a thigh grip, right? That's normal. Here, here, grab, right? He's gonna push back, right? He's gonna resist. And that's when I'm gonna kick through. Drag. Here, unlock that foot, open, stand, okay? Turn. Okay, so I'm in that spot, controlling his hip, over his head, under, grab, okay? And my shoulder's gonna go to the mat, that's what's gonna peel him, right? I'm not gonna hulk him with my arms, it's gonna drop. Here, okay? See it? So I have this grip, cup his shoulder, deep on the collar, get my second hook, in tight. Start to work my chokes, or at least I've scored at this point. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, get your partners, we're gonna drill that. We're gonna run over probably 5 minutes or so. All right, 1, 2, 3.